Hello, this is one of those cheap and tacky, hang on just a second, that's better. As I was saying, this is one of those cheap and tacky novelty drink cups that you find in the cheapy shops, and it's the shape of a coconut. And it got me thinking, can I make a spaceship out of this? Now the banner for this video will have given the game away already, but for now, I best start scratching that build. Okay, so what do I have? Well, not a lot really. I need to get rid of the flower first, there we go, and then think about how to give it a spaceshipy look. So I could leave the plastic insert out, but I'm thinking the easiest thing to do here is reverse the lid, which will give me a rocket booster vibe that I'm looking for. Something like, now it's just like, do I put it there so I've got the gap at the front? Or do I just make it easier myself and just stick it on the back, which, there we go. Look, I'm just going to go that way, which means sanding down the plastic first. So I'll give this a little sort of not too abrasive sand down and get everything ready. I need to make sure that the insert won't pop back out, so I'll super glue that to the inside first. Then it's just a simple matter of gluing the lid to the insert. And because I don't trust myself, I'll use some baking soda sprinkled over the super glue to give it a really good bond. I'm going to use this dessert carton, after I've poked some holes in it, as the rocket engine that I'll attach to the back of the coconut. There we go, one rocket engine. Well, it will be if you trust the process and hope that the painting later on makes it look convincing. Now I'll do a little flyby just to see what needs adding next. I do believe it's time to bring out my junk. Steady on ladies, not that kind of junk. Plastic junk is required to make this coconut fly. I do wish I had another one of these. These would have been perfect as rocket boosters. Unfortunately I don't, so let's have a look. And okay. There we go. I've found these two canisters that I'm just going to break down, sand down and get ready for the boosters. I had a look in the other half's cupboard and found these curly hair thingamybobs that once I pull the velcro away reveal a nice plastic shape ideal for my spaceship. Obviously I'm just going to need a little nip and tuck on this. Now I have some cool greeblies I got from a tank I want to add to the boosters, so I'm just going to cut out a little of the plastic so I can insert the greeblies. Now I'm not sure if you can see this, but there's the insert I cut out for my greebly. And here is said greebly that I will just be able to place nicely into that insert, like so. Being a bit giddy that I actually got my measurements correct, I quickly glue the greebly into place. With both boosters ready, it was time to attach them to the main body of the coconut. It was just working out where to place them. And while I do that, I'll drop some names on screen from my awesome subscribers who have left witty, informative comments on previous videos. They also used the code word in the comments, so I know they're watchers and not peepers. Now there's nothing wrong with being a peeper, just as long as you're a subscriber. It's free to subscribe and won't cost you a penny, but warms the cockle of my heart knowing you're subscribed. So, cheap begging over with, these are wine pourers or cups you can just stick on the top of the wine bottle and drink from it. To me, these are rocket exhausts that I'm adding to my build. You'll also notice I managed to glue the boosters onto the coconut by using some plastic straws that you use for making lollipops and stuff like that. And what you can't see me doing with my monkey chunky hands is I'm just adding some little bits of sprue just to sort of like attach things together, just to make sure that nothing's going to fall off. This is the part I like doing best, which is adding the greeblies, and that is from a tank wheel that I'm just putting into the back of the thrusters. I need to cap off the ends of the thrusters, so I'm going to use these two little bits of Christmas bauble and some EVA foam, the soft kind, and I'm going to glue them down so I've got a better surface to glue onto. And building this spaceship out of a coconut got me thinking. I know some of you watching are scratch builders, and I'm wondering, what is the strangest thing you used as a base body for one of your builds? Leave a comment below telling me, or send me pictures at the email address that's going to pop up on screen. I'd like to see if I've inspired anyone to build or scratch build something that's out of the norm. And what's out of the norm for me is this bit I'm going to use as the cockpit. I think I showed it in a video recently. It was a pointless toy that I found in a thrift store or something, and it's basically a remote control car, but just goes forward or backwards, doesn't do anything else, which is to me totally pointless. So obviously I don't need the straps, so I'm just going to chop them down and use the main body of this thing. Now that alone would look boring, so I'm going to get some more kits out and start kit bashing. And this is some sort of cannon that I'm just going to break from the plastic bag and start sticking plastic to plastic. The mudguards from the kit is now going to be some sort of thruster booster sort of protection heat shield. I don't know, making it up. And then I'm going to use various little bits and pieces from the kit to make up the cockpit, which is the dome of the watch. Obviously, while the kit is out, I'm just going to start greebling up the rest of the spaceship and just add bits and pieces here and there. Luckily, everything comes in two, so I can match things from the right to the left. Before I glue anything, I'm just going to check to see how the cockpit looks compared to the rest of the spaceship, and yeah, it looks kind of weird and wonderful. It's that time of the video where it's code word time. Leave the code word in your comment, and the code word is Coconut Grove. Please also like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you. While I was begging, I glued down the cockpit to the spaceship, and it kind of looks weird and wonderful. Anybody interested? The inspiration behind this build was simple. I've recently started collecting the heavy metal comics from the late 70s, early 80s, and inspiration comes thick and fast when you're reading those comics. If nobody's read them or seen them before, have a look on Goggle, that'll explain everything. The drawings in those comics or magazines, if you want to call them that, are out of this world, quite literally. And so yeah, I just wanted to make something that was different to what I would usually make, and this is part of my trilogy of the fruit salad trilogy, where I will make this one, which will be a coconut. The next spaceship will be a pineapple, and the third one, well, I don't know, it'll be whatever I can find that's plastic and the shape of a fruit. So keep an eye out for the fruit salad trilogy of spaceships coming very soon, hopefully. So where are we in the build? If you've been paying attention, I've just been sticking random bits of plastic onto plastic. I'll never forget that comment. I'm not going to go too far with the bits and pieces onto the spaceship, because in these heavy metal magazines, the spaceships were kind of drawn simply but effectively, and I'm just trying to get some sort of idea that this could be a coconut spaceship. I figure I'm going to need some sort of weaponry for this spaceship, so that starts with two bits of random plastic glued together. And glued onto that plastic come two cannons that came from the model kit. I'll just glue these two bad boys together to make a double laser cannon. Oh, one of those looks a little bit wonky. Let me just try and straighten that up a little bit. The cannons get glued down to the random bit of plastic before taking centre stage at the centre of the coconut spaceship. The back end wasn't looking J-Lo enough, so I'm just going to boost that with some more greeblies. After putting the finishing touches onto the spaceship, it's on the spinny bit, and it's going to be taken outside and sprayed black. So seamless transition, which will turn out really bad. And yes, I did forget to film the spinny bit, so this is me just putting some paper down onto my cutting mat just to try and make it less dirty. If you remember, I said I was going to spray this black. Well, I didn't have any black, so I had to spray it dark grey instead. And on top of that, I'm spraying some sort of like khaki tan onto the top, trying to make it look patchy so it looks like it's weathered and worn. All easier steps because I'm a very lazy painter. I think lazy painter is is the correct term. Also, I'm starting to realise that I need a more powerful airbrush than what I have, so I think I'm going to have to save up and buy a bigger compressor. And if any of you watchers can give me any names or ideas of what sort of airbrush setup I need, please leave a comment, because I'm kind of still new to all this airbrushing. I broke out the paintbrushes and started painting the little details sort of for the thrusters and nose cones, stuff like that. Yes, I know it looks kind of bright at the moment, but once I add the weathering, it'll tone everything down. I then go in with a different thinner brush and a different colour paint. Look at me using different paints, just for finer detail bits, and then struggled trying to put the transfers onto the spaceship. I left this bit in because this is not how you put transfers on. Terrible. Having a word with myself off screen, I ripped off those transfers and started afresh with some new transfers, and even stuffed this one up because I got the 6 the wrong way round. Even while I was dabbing it dry, I was still thinking, well, that's strange, that 6 doesn't look like a 6, and then realised I'd put it back to front. Hey ho. I corrected that mistake off screen and then just added some more transfers to the top, and then it was on to the weathering, which is pretty simple, and it divides most of my subscribers, because some don't like the way I do the weathering with the airbrush and others do. But I just didn't want to go heavy-handed with this one. So here comes the weathering, which is a homemade concoction of inks and some airbrush paints, and watered down obviously, and then put through the airbrush. Like I said, I didn't want to go heavy-handed. I just wanted it to look dirty and grimy, and that is virtually it. Glamour shots are next. I want to thank you all for stopping by. Leave the comments, subscribe, and all that YouTubery stuff. Thank you very much. And until next time, keep scratching that build, everybody. Thanks very much for watching. And this is part 1 of the fruit salad trilogy. This is the coconut spaceship.